Hello, you guys, and thank you so much for tuning into my channel. My name is Christabel, the original Power Ranger princess, but on this channel, I'm Princess Power Ranger. So, it was my birthday, and I just wanted to, get you guys up to speed as to what's been happening. Ignore the balloons in the background. One of my friends actually, the night of my birthday, actually put up all of these balloons. It was so sweet. But I'll talk about that later. So, I literally just turned 36. I'm so excited. Part of the reason, and I said it before in a previous video, but part of the reason I'm so happy to have turned 36 is number one, as women of trans experience, life is not always fair to us, and we don't always get to, live to 36 or 46 or 56. So every year longer that I get to be here on this planet is just a celebration of my existence. So I'm super, super, super happy. And don't I look good for 36? I mean, come on. But that's besides the point. So basically, I decided, well, not necessarily decided, but it just so happened that I ended up having like a birthday weekend. And it really started on Friday. So Friday morning rocks up, it's my birthday, and for whatever reason, whenever the morning of my birthday, I always feel super, super sad, super depressed, just super emo. And this morning was no different. Well, yeah, this morning was no different. I decided that I would go to the aquarium at the waterfront in Cape Town, but I got there and I don't know, like it just got to a point where I was like, no, F this, let me just go back home. So I got back to where I'm staying, and I live in a hostel, right? A hostel is like a backpackers, and there are tons of different people who live here. So two of my friends from the backpackers, they were like, no, you have to go out. We're all going to go out together. So it was me, this girl called Annie, and another girl, and we're going to call her Leslie. So me, Annie, and Leslie decide we're going to go to the gay club called Pink Candy. Now, Pink Candy is a club that I used to frequent back in the day, but I hadn't really been there in like 4 years. And the last time I really partied like hard at that place was kind of like a decade ago. So I wasn't sure if it was going to be like good vibes, if it was going to be a good party. But baby, I had so much fun. Oh my gosh, I had so much fun. We literally got there at I think it was 9:30, and we partied all the way um up until 4 in the morning. Now, when we were at the party, Annie is dating this guy. We're going to call him Marcus. And Marcus decided to come at about 3 o'clock with his friend Elijah. Now, Elijah is this black guy. He's a little shorter than me. He's really, really sweet. So Elijah and Marcus come get us at the gay club. Initially, Marcus was like, yeah, we need to go, but he got some drinks in him, and he was the one who wanted to stay longer. Now, the guy that Marcus was with, Elijah, I didn't know him personally. I had seen him at the backpackers, but we'd never really spoken. Now, this was his first time at a gay club. So apparently, Marcus was telling me the story that when he first got there, he started looking around and he noticed that, there were a lot of guys making out with other guys, and he put two and two together. And he was all um, oh God, are we at a gay club right now? And Marcus is like, yep, this is a gay club. And he looked at the three girls dancing, like me, Lulu, and Annie, and he was all like, does that mean one of them is like a lesbian or like a lady boy or something? And Marcus is like, guess so. So Elijah's like, okay, okay. So we all decide to leave. We go back to the backpackers, but I think we were all still in really high spirits. Like, we were still really in high spirits. We should have tried to find another club. Because when we got to the backpackers, we were all like sitting and just laughing and joking about the night that was. And they also showed me all the balloons in my room. I was so touched. Now, it's at this point that me and Elijah, we start talking. Now, remember, me and Elijah had never really spoken that much. But that evening, we were like going back and forth and back and forth. We ended up, in fact, walking out of the hostel together at like 5 in the morning to go get like burgers to eat. Now, you can tell when a guy likes you. You know when a guy wants you. Especially, I think black South African guys tend to be very forward. You're going to see how forward he was. So I kind of knew that, there was something there. But I'm the type of person, just because somebody likes me does not mean I automatically want to have spicy time with them. It doesn't automatically mean that I've decided that it's going to happen. I think so often within, like the straight, heterosexual, cisgender community, a lot of people assume that the minute you give any attention to a trans woman, she's just going to jump on the opportunity and, like, eat you raw. And listen, trans women, and I've said this before, we are not a monolith. And although I was very flattered that he liked me, and I kind of liked him too, I was just trying to figure him out a little bit more. I hadn't, I don't know, like I just wasn't moving that fast. So we get some food and we get back to Marcus and Annie's room, because Marcus and Annie, they were a couple. It's at this point we continue drinking. We're drinking some more. We're drinking some more. And I end up going to bed. Now, the Saturday morning, because Friday was my birthday, the Saturday morning, the guys still wanted us to, like drink some more. Elijah was all like, oh, we're all gonna go. We're gonna go somewhere and do something on Saturday. But none of us, were up to it. So we decided we're going to chill at the backpackers and just drink and have a merry old time. And then maybe later in the evening, we're going to have fun. Now, Saturday night rolls along, and we're all still, drinking and having fun. And it's at this point that Elijah comes into the room. I'm sitting with Annie in her room that she shares with Marcus, and asked me if, he could charge his cell phone in my bedroom. So I'm like, yeah, sure, you can definitely charge your phone. And then he proceeds on saying that, yeah, and I'm gonna sleep there, right? So I just laugh and I'm like, boy, you are crazy. And then him and Marcus start having banter, talking about how he's going to move into my room, how he's my new roommate, how he's sleeping there, how when I go show him where the charging outlet is, I'm not coming back because I'll be sleeping with him. Um, y'all, how many times do I have to repeat this? I am not that fast. I might joke and laugh with you and smile at your joke, but that does not mean that I'm necessarily gonna, I don't know, go full porn star on you. So cool. I take him to my bedroom, this room, and I show him the charging outlet. And he starts, like fixing the bed, and he's all like, oh, I'm going to be sleeping on this side. Like, I just need to make sure that I have my spot ready. And I'm like, boy, like, I don't know what you're talking about, but like, I'm going back to Annie and Marcus. So I go back to Annie and Marcus, and we talk for maybe another like 2 hours. And there was another guy at the hostel who was going through like this relationship drama and stuff, who really wanted my advice on something. So I go back to the room, and believe it or not, Elijah is still in my bed waiting for me. Literally waiting for me. So I'm like, boy, listen, I'm gonna go chat to my friend outside. So me and the other guy, we end up chatting up until 7 a.m. in the morning. I didn't go to bed. Not because of Elijah, who's waiting in my bed, thinking that we were going to do something nasty. I didn't go to bed. I didn't go to bed. I didn't go to bed because, number one, I don't move that fast. Number two, I was enjoying my night out, and I was sitting out with friends. So at 7, eventually, I decide to come to bed. I get here, and Elijah has eventually left. Now, this is now the Sunday, and we had all planned that we were going to go, we were going to go on this boat ride at the waterfront. And when Elijah and everyone woke up, I could immediately tell Elijah was upset with me. He was upset that I didn't spend the night with him. But my thing is, if anyone should have been upset, it should have been me. How dare y'all assume that we move that fast? It's very presumptuous of a lot of guys to act like we are so repressed within our sexuality that any opportunity we get to be with a straight man is like a gift from God. No, it is not, So he was all off the whole time we were at the boat, and a part of me was relieved. Look, I'm not rushing to be anyone's new experiment. I'm not rushing to be anyone's flavor of this month. I think if I do get with someone, if I ever do get with someone, it's not going to be because we first hooked up and then got to know each other. I don't move like that. Look, there's so many other trans girls that would have loved that opportunity, bless, but I'm not one of them. I'm so glad I had fun on my birthday. I'm so glad I had fun. But I just want it to be known to all of the guys out there. Not all trans women are the same. And the best way, I think, to win anyone over is just by treating trans women as though you would treat any other woman. Treat us the way you would treat any other girl. Don't let it be known that you are so fixated with this idea of what you think we are, that you lose all, common courtesy, or you lose all politeness. I don't know, it's just, I get so many guys who DM me, who message me, who come at me in the most aggressive manner and never try to get to know me. And it's so funny, you know, like a lot of guys will complain that girls or women of trans experience often work as courtesans or end up, you know, like selling their bodies. I think trans women, we end up selling our bodies because you guys literally treat us as though we're streetwalkers. And when you treat somebody that way, yeah, it's no, babe. Like, take me out, bruv. Meeting me at a club is not taking me out. Getting me alcohol at the backpackers is not taking me out. Actually, sit me down and talk to me. Anyways, somebody is just trying to call me. Alright, you guys, I'm just going to end the video right there. Someone's trying to get hold of me. Bye.